welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Keswick and we're going to do a walk around the lake of Derwentwater. Right, let's check it out on the map. We start this walk in the lakeland village of Keswick, where we head out towards the lake road, through the park and to the jetties. We soon find Friar's Crag, and from here we work our way around and onto Close Bay. There are many bays along the route as well as wooded sections. We continue following the shore. A little further up we find the waterfalls and hotel. We turn right and find the south section of Derwentwater at Great Bay. As we work our way past the many inlets, we eventually join on to the Cumbria Way, which is another legendary walk in the area. We start to work our way from Derwentwater. There's a wooded section to travel through. As we get towards our northern point, we find the village of Portinscale, and soon we'll be able to take a right. Once back into Keswick, we can visit the market and the pub. So we can start anywhere, but we're starting here at the Dog and Gun, where we're going to finish off later for a pint.
You just skip the walk and go straight in if you're on.
You want to forget the walk now?
Yeah, you can just go right in.
It's not open yet, so we'll have to do the walk. What are you after? Wow, there's a traditional bit of fudge there. That'll keep you going. How many blocks do you want? I don't get through too much of that. These, however, look fantastic. Look at that.
Scotch egg with chorizo.
Yeah, Scotch egg and chorizo.
Chorizo.
Chorizo. If you're parking in town, just down from the lake road in, there's parking just there. This is the only way my office is in today, because this is just a lake walk.
All in boots.
I know, yeah, they've got loads of boots up the side. But we are down here for today. As we come to the bottom of the road, we've just got an underpass here, which will take us to the park. We're starting with a walk through the park essentially, and then once we've done that, we'll be at the lakeside. Alison's with me today. Hi. She'll be taking a few photos as she goes around, so you can see those on Instagram. They come out at the same time as the video, 5 o'clock on Sunday.
No pressure.
We're heading down to Lakeside, and just here is the launch for the boats, and they go all the way around the water, and there's one goes clockwise and one anti-clockwise, so you can always get those. We've been on those, haven't we?
Yeah. Why did we get on? It was raining.
It was raining, yeah. We just went for a short walk around Catbells, which is over there, and then got the boat back over, just for a bit of a change of pace. As we're coming down here, we've got this timeline, which I'll just go through with you quickly. We've got St Herbert Island, and that's named after a priest who likely made it his home. So that is around about the 7th century. And then as we go up, a lot of the place names in the area are Viking orientated. So they settled here between 800 and 1100. And it says here, anything with thwaite means clearing, because they cleared a lot of the valley areas for settlement. And then seat is summer pasture. So if you see those names around the Lake District, that's where they come from. A little bit further on in time, we've got the wool trade, and that was established with all the sheep farming around the Lake District. Then we go up even further, and it's the mining. So 1400, 1700, and one of the most lucrative mines in the Lake District is just on the other side there, near Catbells, and that's Gold Scope Mine. And this is essentially the Newlands watershed over the other side of the valley here. And I've got another video on that, so if you want to see that, I'll pop it in the description for you. So we'll leave this busy area and start to head around the lake. Looking forward to a lake walk?
Yeah. Always wanted to walk this.
It should be quite a nice low-level walk this today, and we're doing this because it's going to be quite windy later on, and the Crag's going to come down to about 400 metres, so no chance to get on the tops today, so this is a good alternative. Friar's Crag just nearby, but for us there's no crags today, just some water. This was coming up to Friar's Crag, and I'll just show you the information board. Hello, Alison. This is St Herbert's, is the inspiration for Owl Island in Beatrix Potter's books, and especially the Tale of Squirrel Nutkin. And then 4 is Ramp's Home Island named after the wild garlic or ramp which grows there. Rampant. Rampant garlic. This is just slightly off the path near Friar's Crag. A little bit of a monument. There's the monument to John Ruskin. The first thing which I remember as an event in life was being taken by my nurse to the brow of Friar's Crag on Derwentwater. Well, that is Friar's Crag, just over here. Got the little run up in the trees there to Catbells, onto Maidenmore, then onto High Spy. And there's our 3 islands from before. So having seen that, just a little bit further up towards the Ruskin Monument again, then we're turning off to the right. So this time past the monument, working our way around here. Oh. Well, that's us at the shoreline. What do you reckon? It's nice, isn't it? It is a lovely lake. So it's very popular with dog walkers, but once we get away from the main accessible area, it's a lot quieter as you go around towards the top end. Can I borrow your photos? If you want to see Alison's photos, you can just check them on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description for you. She won't let me have them. Look at that though. Absolutely fantastic. So we've got Catbells, then onto Maidenmore. Over here you can just see Causey Pike there, with its distinctive little bobble on the top. Catbells is one of the most popular walks in the Lake District, so if you're thinking about getting started, then that's definitely one I'd look at. A gnarly little tree, look at that. As we travel around, there are quite a few of these high-level boardwalks, and that's because this is naturally be like quite a marshy place. But for us today, dry as a bone. It's September and it's quite busy around the lakes today. There's a couple of races on. I was just talking to a subscriber earlier on, and he's doing a 10k later on. And there's also a cycle race around the lakes. So a lot of people busy in the villages, a lot of people in there for support. Here we go. So coming up, still going around the lake, and we'll meet it again in another 10 minutes. Oh yeah, there's a cattle grid, but a little gate to the side. And then we're out into the open fields. Lovely. Sun's coming out now. For us today, this is a nice easy walk. You can see the path behind me there. It is dead stable all the way around, and plenty of people choosing to do this for a dog walk today, or just to get out. The winds on the tops are going to be getting towards 50 miles an hour, so a bit too windy. Coffee, cake,
ice cream.
Oh yes. Also, they haven't got coffee shops on the tops. Well, unless you go up Snowdon. There we go. There's another lake view as we go around. A few benches dotted around here. You might be able to see just in the distance the clags coming in. It is a big fat trunk, yeah. Just above us here you've got Waller Crag. I was wants to go on an adventure there. You can't just walk around on the path, but you don't want to. Improvised bridges. Well, if you've done the stones, I'll do the logs. Here's the logs.
Are you going to go on the big one?
No, I'll roll off. So look at this little rooty fella down here. Some of this has good views and some of it is just a bit in the woods like this bit. But if you do this walk in the winter, then you should have clear views all the way around. As we're coming out, there's no huge views to show you, but there are things like this tree fungus. So we're coming into autumn now, we'll start to get quite a few fungus coming out, or fungi.
Fungi. That's weird.
It is weird. I'm not sure on the type of it, but if you know, just pop it in the comments. All I know is it's a red one. Just near that I've got one of these money trees. I just still don't quite understand, but people put coins in them all the time. There you go, bit of interest.
There's a good one on Cumbria Way, isn't there?
It's one on Cumbria Way, yeah. When you're sat on it, day 2.
Yeah.
It's quite a popular thumbnail, that. Over the bridge then, and we'll meet Derwentwater once again. It is windy. It's very windy. It's probably swings. Yes, there's a swing. Oh yes. We had swings on the Cumbria Way, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was good. Is it good?
Yeah. You can have a go.
I'll have a go, yeah. Enjoying it.
Yeah.
Quite a few boats out. So also, this is the boat that goes around the different jetties. There's one goes clockwise and one goes anti-clockwise. Bit of fun, isn't it? No? I like that, it's good. Woo. Just after the swing we have to go up a little bit. This is our ascent. It takes you up to near to the road at the top. But we'll come round here because there's quite a decent way up. It does zigzag a little bit. So not 100% flat, but it is pretty flat. So there we go, up to the main road, and then back down again. If you want to start the route from this point, there's actually parking for about 8 cars here. If you did see the corridor route which I did in the winter up to the Scarfell Pike, then this is where I took the photographs of Derwentwater. Still some heather in full bloom as we come around. If you're thinking of doing this walk, at this point we're just a little bit higher than the lake. It's probably about 15 foot down. Don't work our way through here. It's a bit of an obstacle course. There you go, it's all a bit of an adventure. Get on this rooty bit. So I'll say this is the eastern shore, and then you've got the western shore over there with the Catbells on it. Look at the exposure. I was doing the Shamrock Traverse on Pillar the other day, and that really was an exposed route all the way. So if you want to see that, I'll pop a link in for it. But it's noted in Wainwright's books as being an exciting situation, and it definitely is. It does go on for quite a bit, this high level walk. You can, of course, just to let you know, the road is just here next to me, so if you don't want to do it, you can go on the road there. But we're going on an adventure. It is quite obstacle-y as you go through this, and it definitely is a shore walk because the shore is right next to us there, but it's a bit of a rough path through here. I'd say you can take the road just above me if you don't fancy it, but it does bring us out at our first jetty for the day. So there are stopping points all the way around the lake for the boat, and you can get that all the way back to Keswick if you feel like you've had enough. Or like when we did it last time and it rained. Yeah, there we go, at the jetty. A little busier, but you can get a coffee.
I know one.
Right, stripping off.
Yeah.
What a great view. Look at that going back. Just in the distance over here, we've also got Skiddaw, and I've got a video on that if you want to see it, which brings in Bakestall and then the little run down this side on Longside. We'll work our way away from the road and we're just heading down here. We're following the shores all the way. Back on our walkway again, but it is very much quieter up this top end, isn't it?
Yes.
Away from Keswick.
So.
No noisy dogs. But you know, I'd be excited too. I was in the lake. We went for a swim the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, we went for a swim.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It was hot, about 30 degrees.
Oh, look. All the grass.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure it's rained that much, has it? But definitely a floodplain. Has it? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so obviously it would be wet underfoot if these little bridges weren't here. But it's done as a fairly easy access walkway on some sections. Another little technical section there. So it's got some interest as you go around this. We're right up to the road again, but we'll be away from it soon because we'll hit the top here and then we'll just work our way around to the western shore. Just getting up to this bit. This is Kettlewell Car Park, so you can actually start from here and have a quieter start, but people come here usually to do a bit of paddleboarding or go out onto the lake. So we're just across the road from the car park. Let's keep us on the track. Although we are billing this as a lake walk, quite a bit of it is in the woods. I'd say not half of it, but certainly on this shore, because the mountainside goes up quite steeply on this side, so there's not a lot of sort of give between the mountain and the lake, so it's woody like this. There you can see it just shoots up there. Oh, we found fungus.
Yeah.
There you go. Little stack of fungus there for us.
Right.
Because it's late summer, it's a bit of a glade as you go through these. So a bit of dappled sunlight. Today's about 20 degrees for us, so it's a nice day out.
I don't think it's 20.
You don't think it's 20? What do you think it is?
Not 17.
17? Yeah. Okay. This does come out the woods and there are waterfalls further up. So if you want to go up there, you can go to the waterfalls. But for us, just heading down here, short distance, and then we'll be by the lake again. Just past the hotel. There you go, nice little stop off for Lakeland ice cream. We are going to wait a little longer for that though. There we go, so back onto the path, and we'll head across the bridge there, and that's the lake walk on the west side. We're heading our way down to the Manatee Estate, and that's our track going across and bridge. There you go, there's a heron. That's amazing. Looking for his dinner.
Massive, isn't it?
Yeah, they are huge.
River there.
Yeah, often bridges over the rivers. That's where they usually put them. And just having a little aside there. Right, so that is the bridge. I'm just going to have a little bit of lunch here while we're just in this nice, beautiful spot. So another walkway because it is a little damp around this bit. So this is the head of the lake. Well, actually, it's the southern part of the lake. But you can see ahead of us where Catbells is. You've got the walk down there, that's the one you use. So if you want to see the Catbells video, I'll just link it in the description for you. At the south end of the lake, you've got the Grange Fell area over here. So you've got King's How on there, Ether Knot and Brunfell. I've got a video on that, so if you want to see it, I'll put it in the description for you. We're at the south point of the lake. So from this, we're going to go closer to the Catbells side, then take that route. And if you don't want to do this top section from where we met the jetty just a few minutes ago, then you can actually just get the boat straight across, and it shortens the walk if 15k is not quite there for you. But if you want to do something that's a bit shorter but still a lake walk, I did Bottomere not so long ago, and that's very, very similar to this, and it's got a little tunnel on it. So if you want to look at that one, pop it in the description for you. What did you think of the Bottomere one?
Good.
Enjoy it?
Yeah. I like the right walk.
Nice little walk, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How long do you reckon it was?
I don't know. 10k?
10k, yeah, probably about 10k. It's quite a mixed landscape as you go around. And on this side, it's pretty ferny, but you're getting the views round. And again, this is the run up to High Spy. Tell me a story.
Yeah, so I was on the radio the other day.
Yeah.
That there's only the honeybee that stings you then dies. All the other types of bees can sting you and carry on. It's a myth.
Well, it is actually a Greek myth, so I'll tell you the Greek myth. This is the abridged version of that Greek myth. The gods wanted a very special gift, and they asked all the animals to come forward with the gifts, and they all did, and the winner of this particular competition would get effectively a wish granted by the gods. And they all brought various things, and then the little honeybee brought nectar, and that's why honey is the nectar of the gods, because that won the competition. So he said, what do you want? And they said, well, what I want is, currently I gather all this stuff, it takes me ages, and then it gets stolen by the other animals. So what I want is a weapon to kill. And the gods decided to do that and said, okay, what we'll do is we'll give you a sting, but if you use it, then you'll get pulled out and you'll die, so it will kill.
Very educational, Tony. Thank you.
That's the story. There we go, though.
That's still now, are you?
Yeah.
Well, here it is.
It is still as a mill pond. Wow. We'll continue to head around, then we'll get to the jetties, take a right to Brundle How, quarter of a mile, then it's a flat walk, dead easy, all the way back on the west side. When we get down here, we'll join those people that have gone up Catbells and then we'll work their way down to here, to Derwentwater, to do that circular. So it should be a little bit busier. There we go then. Oi! Not seen many of those today. This section we're actually walking on now is, for me, what was day 3 of the Cumbria Way. The one Alison didn't do, did you? You got the bus. But day 3 goes over Langdale Valley, and then when you get on this side and go through Grange, you walk down the side of Derwentwater, and then on the loop we're going to do now, back into Keswick. So if you've done that, just let me know in the comments. It's a short walk for most of this back. We've just gone past High Brundle How Jetty, and we're going to go to Low Brundle How Jetty just a bit further down. Then it's a little nip past the youth hostel, past the, is it Lama farm?
Not llamas.
Not llamas, alpacas. Yeah, past the alpaca farm. Walk down this side, just offers us different views as we're going. So There are the falls in the distance that we saw before, and I managed to get the drone up to them. But for now, the wind's getting up, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we were more sheltered round that way, weren't we?
I think we were, because that is a steeper sort of descent on that side. That's the main reason we're doing a lake walk, because the visibility is actually okay, but 50 miles an hour is just too dangerous. So there's a couple little things around here. One is this, and it seems to have largely disappeared into the ground now, but previously you'd see this circle celebrating 100 years of the National Trust. And there's a little hand sculpture over here. Here's our hands. Alison's getting some photos there. But yeah, there you go. You're getting in the hands?
Yeah.
The hands are also a nice little seat. So, handy.
Handy.
As we join this shore, you get this cracking look back towards the Skiddaw area. So, you've got a Skiddaw little man, a lat rig down just on the right-hand side, up to Skiddaw, and Carl side. And then in front here, you've got Dodd. We're just down here, and this is Low Brundle Jetty, and then we're going to veer off to the left, and that'll take us past the youth hostel, we're into the woods, and then back round the top into Keswick. So through the gate, this is the jetty. You'll be tempted to just carry on walking down there, but that doesn't go anywhere, so you need to take this one over here towards the left, and that'll take you to the youth hostel. A ghoul. What? Oh look. It's an ancient gate closing method of stones. Oh dear. That looks a bit mucky. Is that electric wire fence?
No.
When we were in the cliffs of Moher, Alison grabbed hold of the fence and it was electrocuted.
Oh yeah, funny.
Let's try and navigate it. I don't like the look of this, to be honest. But now I know this isn't electric.
Now we can test it.
It'd be easier. Right, there we go. Whip. Bit rocky. As you come down this track, you do come across this bench. Something to 2002 anyway.
Oh, it was 1902.
1902 to 2002, a 100-year-old bench. Or maybe it was the tree that was 100 years old.
Probably, yeah.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
As we're coming down here, just see a touch of autumn coming. Just getting to the change of the seasons. The rowan tree's got all its berries out ready for the birds. So you walk past the youth hostel, which is behind me, and that's it. Hawes End Centre. Then we're probably 3k or so to go. Just up here you'd find Catbells, so that's a 10-minute walk, and then it's about an hour to the top from that point. But down here, a little refreshment stop if you need it.
Oh, ice cream time.
Ice cream time. What are we having?
Do you have any wine? Oh, raspberry ripple.
What's Thunder and Lightning?
I don't know.
Raspberry Ripple. Okay, so going to Portinscale, and according to the finger post, it's now a mile and a half.
Not that bad.
Is it nice? Okay, thank you. What are you doing?
I'm
Give me
dying, yours. Good.
Which do you think's best?
9.
Okay. It's just this field, then we're into another wood. When we get to this second wood, yeah, so an alpaca farm there, and you can see those. Then it's a short walk to Portinscale, and then we are working around to Keswick once again for the pub. There we go. Back into the woods. This offers great shade if you're coming through here in the summer, and it's part of the Cumbria Way, which we did last year as a 5-day walk. It starts off in Ulverston, you walk all the way through the national park and then walk out at the other end and you get to Carlisle. So fantastic, all the days are quite different. We've got 5 separate videos on that, so if you want to have a look at it, I'll pop a link into the first one in the description. But yeah, what a walk that is. What did you think about it?
It was good.
It was good.
Long.
It is long. Yeah, but this day 3 you didn't actually walk it, did you? So we still need to do that with you.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah, but for now, we're just coming out towards the alpaca farm. There we go then. So don't feed the alpacas or llamas, and they're just over here. Little herd of them. So one group over there, and the main herd in the field. There we go. Big fluffy ones.
We've had an haircut.
We've just come from back here, the Lincoln Estate, and then we're just going straight forward. You've got a choice. There's a car park here, and then a little trip through there to get even more lakeland ice cream. But we've had one now, so straight on for us. At this point, Portinscale is a small village, and that'll be 1 mile away, and then Keswick 2 miles. The second little split point is this. You can go down, but if you do, it just takes a little bit longer and you end up having to come back round and back up again. So we're just going to take this through the wood. There's quite a few berries coming out in the wood on our walk today. There's some more.
Cherry.
Cherries, oh yeah. So those, if you walk through this wood, are cherries. Wild cherry.
Wow, cherry.
Play that funky music. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
It's the song Play That Funky Music is by Wild Cherry. We play it in the band. So we'll come down. You'll have to end up here anyway because of the marshland around here. So we have to use the road to get across the waterways. We'll just head over this bridge and then we'll soon be in Keswick. Where I am here, this is just the other side of the bridge, and it's a great place to stop if you've got a camper van because you can park up here for free. So we'll be in the village in about 5 minutes. Again, it's just at the top of the village, so a little secret location for you. You can see there's quite a few people planning to do overnights. Right, so this is our little track back to the village, and it's just ahead of us. Bit of sheepiness as we're coming through here. These are the spring lambs all grown up. Latrig just in the distance here. Latrig is the home fell for Keswick, so it's a really good starter one. Yeah, lambs, you can tell they tend to be brought up in pairs because 2 is the most common number of lambs that sheep's going to have. And you can see around they just are still paired up. We're just about to get into Keswick, and I can definitely hear there's a rugby match on. You can, by the way, park if you want to at the rugby club, and there's a small charge for that, but it's not as expensive as the town centre ones. It's just outside. If you enjoyed the video, then it helps me to click on the like, and if you want to see more of these, then just click on subscribe in the corner, and that'll share it out to more people and inform you when the next ones are up. Right, so we're heading to the pub now. Let's have a think what you want, and I'll see you in there. This is just across the road from the pencil factory. So if you want to find out about pencils, Keswick's got it covered. There we are then. Just got to find the pub. It's market day here in Keswick.
Oh, thanks.
No? Could do then. What have you got? Robot clocks. With a steampunk design. Cheers.